Hi, it's Dia. Today I'm going to tell you my top 5 coloring tools, aside from colored pencils, of course. My first favorite tools are blenders. This is an image I already colored with Prismacolor pencils from my coloring book, Coloring Dreams. I tried to color each mushroom the same, or as close as I possibly could to the same, and I used lemon yellow, sunburst yellow, orange, permanent red, scarlet lake, and a little bit of raspberry around the bottom edges. Now I'm taking a tortillon. You can also grab a stump, and all I'm doing here is blending the pencils as is. I'm not doing anything in particular. I'm just rubbing all the colors together. I'm just going to speed it up so you can see it really quick. Well, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to leave it because you can actually see the difference better this way. You can see the areas that I've already done, and the colors look more vibrant. They blend together nicely, and they don't quite make different colors, but they appear to be different colors because all those layers are blended. You've just pushed that pigment around a bit, and you've put it into the fiber and into the tooth of the paper, so it's more clear looking, and it gives the image a more complete look. Another blender that I love is mineral spirits or terpenoid. How I use it is to put some in a little shot glass, and I take a blender or a stump and I dip the tip in, and you can see it absorbs right up there, and I go right in and go right over the top, and you can see how quickly those colors blend. I love this method, and I know that people have said before that Prismacolors are tough and they form a wax bloom. I also found by using this product, mineral spirits or terpenoid or Gamsol, I've also heard that Mona Lisa is a very nice product. It sort of gives that area a new life. It also makes those colors vibrant, beautiful, and I am in love with using this for Prismacolors. I've also used it with polychromos pencils, and the results are very nice, but not as intense and vibrant as the Prismacolor pencils. It's also very quick. You can see that I'm doing the same thing as I did with the first image, but it goes so much faster. And I have to say, I think that it looks neater, and it almost gives it a look of Copic markers. So, definite thumbs up for that one. Now we'll move on to my third favorite blender, which is a white, it's funny to say that, white colored pencil. That one was polychromos, and I also, my newer favorite is Prismacolor white. Now you kind of do the exact same thing as we did with the others. Just go over the entire area that you want to blend with your choice of white pencil. I pushed relatively hard here. When you do push very hard and you do use a white pencil, you will get a softer result, which is great in certain circumstances. In this circumstance, I wanted the bright colors to stay bright, so I would probably go in afterwards with another layer of the same colored pencils. For other instances, in another video that I did recently, and I will link it below, I colored bokeh, and using the white pencil over the colors softened it and made it almost luminescent, so it was perfect. So you just have to pick which blender you like the best for that moment. They all do wonderful things for different things. So I'm just going to speed this part up because you understand what I'm talking about at this point, and we'll take a look at the comparison at the end and what the 3 blending methods look like compared to one another. And this also brings me to another point. When you use the pencil, it leaves a little bit of dust. So I love this thing. I usually use it for slides or pictures, and it removes dust very nicely. It's called a Geodos rocket, and you squeeze it and it gets rid of the dust. Now, you can blow the dust away, but there's always a chance that there might be an issue there. And you can always use a makeup brush like I just showed. Make sure there's no makeup on it. Either get a new one or wash it really well. So there's the 3 mushrooms blended with my 3 favorite blenders, which brings me to another favorite tool, a Signo white gel pen. And the mushrooms are perfect for this too, because as I was coloring, and I'm sure you do this too, you inevitably go over teeny tiny areas. And those areas are so small that even when my point was crazy, crazy sharp, I kind of went over a little bit. And as you can see here, that Signo pen is so pure white and so opaque that I almost use it in every single picture. It goes over polychromos, it goes over prismas, and it goes over watercolor paint after it's dry, and pastels also. Just be a little careful with the pastels. You might have to wipe it off every once in a while because the pastels are dusty. I also love this pen for highlights. I drew an apple, and the highlights on the apple were with this. I will link that below. I also love to make stars with this, heavenly bodies. I've outlined dragonfly wings, fairy wings. I just love this pen, and I have several of them. So this is another thing that I would highly recommend to you to have in your coloring arsenal. And now erasers. This Vanish eraser comes in a cardboard, like I just showed you. The edges can clean up small areas really well. And the other end that sticks out of the cardboard section is great for large areas. Another one of my favorite erasers is the Tombow Mono Zero Elastomer eraser. It's shaped like a pen. You click the top and the eraser comes out the bottom. I like the 2.3 millimeter size because you can clean up the teeniest, tiniest areas. And now to pencil sharpeners. I recently did a video, which once again I'll link below, about the Mitsubishi KH20 hand crank wooden pencil sharpener. I love this pencil sharpener. It makes gorgeous long points, and if the points are even too long for you, there's a little button on the back so you can reduce the size of the point. Here is a Faber-Castell handheld. It has 3 size holes for 3 different pencils. I also love it. The blades are nice and sharp. Here's another one I love by Prismacolor. Also has 2 holes on top. And my last sharpener that I completely love and that's very hard to find is this electric Panasonic from the dawn of time. Hold on, let me find out when this is from. Okay, just a warning. I'm going to sharpen 2 pencils. It's loud. Okay, I just actually found it on eBay, and it's called a Panasonic Electric Pencil Sharpener KP-33 Point-O-Matic. Now, one of the reasons I love this is because it has a light that shows you when the point is sharp enough. And I have 2 of them in my house, one of them in my art room, and one of them, unfortunately, for my husband in the kitchen because I do a lot of work here too. And if you can find one of these, they're not cheap. I would grab one. They do the best job sharpening. And now for my final favorite tool, pretty simple, and I can almost guarantee you have it, scrap paper. I draw all the time, and I have extra paper left over. And it seems pretty obvious that the colors of the colored pencils are what they are. You can see them on the barrel for the most part, and you can see them on the tip of the pencil. But let's say you have 3 purples, or 4, or 5. Some of these sets have endless amounts of colors. You really can't tell what they look like until you use it. So I just doodle on the paper. Sometimes I doodle next to the other purples, or any color that I'm trying to figure out if I want to use. And you can see it before you put it down, because sometimes you're surprised. I've learned my lesson many, many times. So those are my 5 plus a couple little extra favorite tools for coloring. Everything you see on the list above and that I went over today will be listed below. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, you'll give me a thumbs up or a share, and I hope you subscribe to me, and that's about it for now. I will see you in my next video. Once again, I'm so glad you're here, and see you soon. Bye.